Are you ready to unlock the secrets to an unforgettable trip to Mexico? Stay with us as we reveal insider tips that will take your travel experience to the next level. From hidden beaches to vibrant festivals, we'll show you how to make the most of your Mexican adventure. Ready to dive in? First, let's talk about the best times to visit. Always check holidays and national vacation days because these will be long weekends, and beach destinations usually book up fast. For example, during Semana Santa or Holy Week and Christmas, you'll find many locals traveling, so plan accordingly. Knowing when these holidays occur can help you avoid the crowds and secure better accommodation options. Speaking of holidays, some regions in Mexico are famous for their celebrations. For instance, Oaxaca is the place to be for Day of the Dead, with its vibrant parades and unique traditions. Other notable examples include Guelaguetza in Oaxaca, Carnival in Veracruz, and the Festival International Cervantino in Guanajuato. Checking the holiday calendar can help you catch these special events and immerse yourself in the local culture. Whenever possible, hire local tour guides with good reviews. These guides often have insider knowledge and connections that can give you access to hidden gems. For example, in places like the Cien Biosphere Reserve, a knowledgeable guide can provide insight into the unique wildlife and ecosystems that truly bring the site to life. They can also help you avoid crowds and discover lesser-known sites that aren't on the typical tourist radar. Mexico has a strong negotiating culture. Don't be afraid to ask for discounts or bundle offers at local tourist stands or when buying from local companies. It never hurts to ask, and you might end up with some great deals. This applies to everything from souvenirs to tours and even accommodations. Being polite yet persistent can often lead to unexpected savings. Always check your change in tourist areas. Some vendors will conveniently forget to give you correct change or give you bills that look like others. While Mexicans are generally honest and polite, some will take advantage of distracted travelers. Make sure you understand prices before you buy. Carry smaller bills less than 500 pesos whenever possible. Small change can be hard to come by for local businesses, and it makes it easier to get correct change. While many places accept payment by card, it's preferred and safer to pay by cash. Also, use the chip card feature of your card rather than swiping for more secure transactions. Unfortunately, I've had my cards cloned several times. I noticed unusual transactions in cities I had never traveled to on my banking app, so I was able to catch the problem early on. My bank was able to mail me a new card via DHL promptly. One of the most exciting aspects of traveling in Mexico is experiencing the regional culture. Each destination has its own distinct food, slang words, and traditions. For example, in Yucatan, you'll find delicious dishes like cochinita pibil, while in Puebla, you'll savor mole poblano. Mexico is a land of diverse physical features, from tropical jungle coasts to large volcanoes near Mexico City and Puebla. It has hurricanes and tropical storms during the rainy season, and is a seismically active country. The East Coast includes the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean, where the water is warmer and calmer, while the West Coast borders the Pacific Ocean, known for its bigger waves and cooler temperatures. Learning about these regional differences can enrich your travel experience and make your trip more memorable. Engaging with locals and trying regional specialties can give you a deeper appreciation of the diverse Mexican culture. Mexico has a tropical rainy season and a pleasant winter season. Knowing what season you're traveling in can help you get good deals and book ahead if you know it will be a busy time of year. The rainy season typically runs from May to October, while the dry season is from November to April. Traveling during the shoulder seasons, just before or after the peak periods, can offer a perfect balance of good weather and fewer crowds. For instance, in the coastal regions, the shoulder seasons are April to June and September to November, providing pleasant weather and good deals. Mexico also offers unique opportunities tied to natural events and seasons. For instance, the monarch butterfly migration happens every year in Michoacán and the state of Mexico. Whale watching is another spectacular experience, especially from December to April in places like Baja California. Planning your trip around these natural phenomena can provide unforgettable experiences that are both awe-inspiring and educational. Looking for special hidden beaches? Mexico has quite a lot of locally known hidden beaches that are open secrets held by the locals. Ask around, and you might find beautiful spots like Playa Escondida in the Marietta Islands, or the secluded beaches of Bahia de Los Angeles. These hidden gems offer a more tranquil and intimate beach experience compared to the crowded tourist spots. The resort vacation in Mexico is very different from staying in a local beach town. While resorts offer luxury and convenience, staying in places like Sayulita or Tulum gives you an authentic local experience. You can find unique accommodations through local Facebook groups and location-specific WhatsApp groups. This way, you can enjoy a more personalized and immersive stay, interacting with locals and experiencing daily life in Mexico. To truly immerse yourself, learn some basic Spanish phrases. Even simple greetings and questions can go a long way in making connections and getting the best recommendations from locals. Phrases like hola, hello, gracias, thank you, and cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? Can help break the ice and show respect for the local culture. Timing your trip to coincide with local festivals can also enhance your experience. Beyond the well-known celebrations, look for local events like La Noche de Rábanos in Oaxaca or the Festival de la Guelaguetza. These events offer a deep dive into the local culture and provide a unique opportunity to see traditional dances, music, and crafts. When exploring local markets, don't forget to negotiate. It's a common practice and can make your shopping experience more fun and rewarding. From handicrafts to souvenirs, bargaining is expected and can lead to great finds. Always be respectful and friendly when negotiating to ensure a positive interaction. Another tip for a relaxing vacation: slow down and soak it all in. Mexico's charm often lies in its slower pace. Take time to enjoy a sunset, have a leisurely meal, and simply unwind. Rushing through your itinerary can make you miss the essence of what makes Mexico special. Mix and match your itinerary. Combine popular destinations with off-the-beaten-path spots for a well-rounded adventure. For example, pair a visit to Cancun with a trip to the less touristy town of Valladolid. This way, you get the best of both worlds: modern amenities and authentic cultural experiences. Getting around Mexico is more affordable than many other destinations. Flights are reasonably priced, so consider taking domestic flights within Mexico during your trip to see other places. Travel by bus is also common, and some buses are very comfortable and air-conditioned. Bus travel is popular between certain routes, and many other locations are available if you wish to truly immerse yourself in a region. However, double-check reviews and ask your host or hotel for recommendations on local services or car hire services to ensure a smooth journey. Respect the local customs and traditions. Mexicans are known for their hospitality, and showing respect for their customs can go a long way. Be aware of the more relaxed concept of time, often referred to as Mexico time, where meeting times can be flexible and people might show up a bit later than planned. Embrace this laid-back attitude to avoid frustration and enjoy your trip more fully. Additionally, understand that the service culture in Mexico is different and not as fast and prompt as in the United States. This means you can and should take your time to enjoy the atmosphere when dining out. However, being overly direct without the pleasantries of a good afternoon can be considered rude. Direct questions, even to service staff, can come off as impolite. Learning some basic niceties and understanding this cultural difference can help you get better responses from staff at restaurants, businesses, and hotels. Mexicans tend to be more polite and formal in certain situations, so be aware of this to avoid being perceived as cold or seen as a rude foreigner. Another tip: learn some Spanish. Although more and more people in Mexico are getting exposure to English, it is still a very Spanish-oriented culture. In tourist areas, many people speak English, but if you get off the beaten path, you may be surprised that locals prefer Spanish or even their indigenous language. Compared to other locations in Europe or countries around the world, there is less English spoken, although this is gradually changing. Be prepared and make an effort to speak Spanish. Locals love it when you try, and they are very forgiving and willing to teach you some Spanish if you show a little effort and aren't too shy. Now, let's add some more valuable tips to make your Mexican adventure even better. First, it's helpful to carry a small first aid kit. This can come in handy for minor injuries or illnesses, especially if you're traveling to remote areas where medical facilities might be limited. Include items like Band-Aids, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, and any prescription medications you might need. Unfortunately, many travelers experience unpleasant bouts of diarrhea from eating unfamiliar food, overly spicy food, or simply overindulging in fried food. Because of this, I always carry around some dry tablets of Pepto-Bismol, just in case. Stay hydrated, especially if you're visiting during the hot months. Mexico's sun can be intense, and it's easy to become dehydrated while exploring. Always carry a reusable water bottle and refill it regularly. In some areas, it's best to drink bottled or filtered water to avoid stomach issues. Dress for the weather and do as locals do. Stay in the shade during the hottest part of the day. Embrace the siesta, which is a midday break when many businesses close for a few hours in the afternoon. Consider travel insurance for emergencies. It can provide peace of mind in case of unexpected events like medical emergencies, trip cancellations, or lost luggage. Unfortunately, I had to use emergency medical insurance after catching a tropical fever. It required an overnight hospital stay. Luckily, my insurance picked up the bill. Travel insurance can even help you get back home in case of natural disasters. This was the case for me in April 2020 in Europe. This insurance covered my flight back to the United States. To learn more, check out the link in the description. This is the insurance I use and recommend to all of my travel buddies. If you're doing any kind of extreme sports or just enjoying the beach like I was in Mexico, then I highly recommend getting this affordable insurance. See the link in the description. Surfing, paragliding, boating, and hiking are great activities you can do in Mexico. However, make sure you have insurance to cover any accidents. Make sure your insurance covers all the activities you plan to do, including adventurous ones like diving or hiking. Safety Wing covered my doctor visit when I unfortunately caught dengue fever. If you intend to try extreme sports while in Mexico, it's highly recommended to carry some affordable emergency travel insurance. Finally, support local businesses. From family-owned restaurants to artisan shops, supporting local businesses helps the community and provides a more authentic travel experience. If you see a little old lady selling chile relleno on the street with a crowd and line of locals, it's worthwhile to investigate and try some local food. Plus, you'll often find unique products and experiences that you won't get from larger commercial establishments. For example, you may discover interesting tropical fruit or get to visit a local orchard and see where all the delicious food is grown just by having a conversation with the locals. Speaking of food, try street food. Mexican street food is delicious and affordable. It's extremely common in Mexico City. Some must-try dishes include tacos al pastor, elotes, and tamales. To find safe and hygienic vendors, look for stalls that are busy with locals, as high turnover usually means fresh food. Also, check for cleanliness and see if the vendor uses gloves and that food is being stored at the correct temperature. Cities tend to have better hygiene than in smaller villages. Street food can be a highlight of your trip, offering authentic flavors and a true taste of local cuisine. So there you have it, our top travel tips for Mexico. From hidden beaches to local festivals, we hope these secrets will help you experience Mexico like never before. But wait, there's one last tip that can make all the difference. Stay tuned to the end for the ultimate travel hack that will change the way you explore Mexico. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more travel secrets from around the world. And here's that final tip. Always keep an open mind and embrace the unexpected. Mexico is full of surprises, and the best experiences often come from spontaneous adventures. Also, check the link in the description for my travel insurance recommendation to ensure a safe and worry-free trip. ¡Hasta luego!